Hi everyone, I'm just going to quickly show you how to take your Pencast from your notebook and create a Pencast PDF with it. So I've just jotted down a couple of notes using my Livescribe pen in my starter notebook, and I plugged it into my computer, and it will automatically open the Livescribe desktop software. And in the software you have really two major categories. The pages, which gives you the visual description of all the pages you have written. Let me just open this. And you have the audio. Now, I usually don't use any of the audio from the pen because it also kind of records the sound of the writing, and I find it distracting. So I usually don't play around with any of these files at all. Most of what I do is from this interface. So you'll see all of the pages that I have created so far in this notebook, and there are 20 pages in total. And the last page is the one that I want to show you, so I'll just double click on that to open up that file. So you'll see here that in black is some text. Now that text is static. I wrote that text down before I hit record on the page. So that text is going to just come up or actually be present before the Pencast even opens. Once I click play, and I need to actually click on the paper, once I get that hand I can click, and it will start to show the live recording. So you'll see that you have the green is what is coming up. That's what I was recording as I was writing. Now, a couple of things that you can do. You can change the speed of how fast the text is appearing by using this lever on the bottom of your screen. So notice I've slowed it down greatly. And if you decide that you wanted to speed it up, you can speed it up as well. So from here, what I'm going to do is take this page and save it as a PDF file, because right now I'm only viewing it in the Livescribe desktop, and unless someone has this software, they won't be able to view your file. And I like to use the PDFs within the videos anyway. So I'm just going to close out this page and go back to my interface where all the pages were shown. And if I had multiple pages that I wanted to save as one file, I could select more than one page at a time by clicking on one page, holding the Shift key down, and clicking as many pages as I wanted to save together as one document. Now I just want to save one page, page 20, so I'll click on that, and then I'm going to right click on my mouse, and I have some options here. Let me actually move that over. Hang on one second. I want to move my screen over so it will be in the recording area. Okay, so I'm going to right click again, and now you see my options, and the last option is send page 22, and I have computer here that I will select. So this will open up a page with some more options for me. I always save pages with audio, even though I don't use the audio, just because I think it's the only way that you can really get that live writing. And there are some other options here that I really don't find very useful at this moment. So I'm saving it as a Pencast PDF, and I'm going to click continue. And then of course it'll take a couple of moments. You see up at the top it says processing. Let me move this back over. And it will say processing completed successfully. Now the window sometimes appears behind the window that you're in, the save windows. Let me minimize what I have here. Oh, there it is. Here's my save file as window. And I'm going to save it to my documents. Actually, you know what? Since the desktop is open, let me save it to my desktop. And I will just call this whatever I wish. I usually just name it for the video topic that I'm working on. So I saved it as Pencast Demo here. So I already have one saved already. I'm just going to open that up just so you see what it looks like as a PDF. And normally when I incorporate these into videos, I don't show the whole PDF viewer screen. I don't show the toolbar. I minimize the recording window so that it just shows this window here with the page and some of that gray background. Now what you'll also notice on the bottom is this toolbar, and I can click and drag that around, and usually I drag this out of the recording window view, but I wanted to show you this toolbar, so I left it in there. And here once again I can play the Pencast, and again that black static text is what I've written before I pressed record, and then the green starts to formulate as the document plays. I can pause, stop, as I could in the other screen, but now I have this option here which I always use. Notice right now the text that you do not see that hasn't appeared yet is in gray, and then it starts to appear in green. I don't like that option. I like to have a clean white page and then just as the text is appearing for it to be shown. I don't like the students to see what's coming up next. So if you click this, it takes that gray out and you just get that text live, so it's exactly as if you were writing on the chalkboard. And as I have just done in this video, I just kind of toggle between the PowerPoint, this software, any other things that I want to incorporate into my video. I usually have them pre-sized ahead of time, so if I just click on the window that I want, it will appear. So like I said, here's the title that I had originally started with, and it's already resized, so I don't usually have to worry about fitting it into my recording screen.